In a development that has sent shockwaves through both the music industry and public consciousness, federal authorities have unearthed explosive new evidence during a raid on the properties of music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs. What began as a routine Homeland Security operation has rapidly evolved into one of the most scandalous and high-profile investigations in recent celebrity history. Among the materials seized, highly compromising footage, confidential recordings, and what appears to be the deepest secrets of some of the most influential figures in entertainment, including Beyoncé and Jay-Z. The party that sparked it all. Inside Diddy's private mansion. Events at the center of this firestorm is a now infamous party held at one of Diddy's luxury properties, known for hosting A-list celebrities, models, influencers, and industry elites. According to multiple reports, these gatherings often blurred the line between the extravagant and the illicit, with carefully curated environments designed to keep outsiders out and secrets in. What set this party apart, however, was its timing. As federal investigators executed a search warrant, they reportedly uncovered surveillance footage and audio recordings from within the property. Among the digital evidence retrieved were clips showing celebrities in extremely compromising and possibly incriminating situations, clips that have since become central to a growing web of legal cases. Beyoncé's involvement, a shocking twist in the narrative. Perhaps the most shocking detail to emerge was the apparent involvement of global superstar Beyoncé. Known for her carefully managed public image, philanthropic endeavors, and near-mythical stage persona, Beyoncé's name rarely appears in controversy, let alone in courtroom transcripts. But this case has upended that status quo. Courtroom observers were left stunned when a judge introduced new evidence suggesting that Beyoncé's role at the party was far more involved than she had previously testified. While her initial statement described her as just a guest, newly uncovered footage paints a starkly different picture. Verified by timestamps and metadata, the video shows Beyoncé orchestrating event logistics, coordinating VIP entries, interacting with security personnel, and overseeing select behind-the-scenes operations. This kind of operational oversight, while not illegal in itself, stands in stark contrast to her sworn testimony. Legal analysts argue that this discrepancy could open her up to further scrutiny, and possibly even perjury claims if it's proven she misled the court. Why this matters? The implications of material misrepresentation. Legal experts have termed the discrepancy a potential case of material misrepresentation, a legal concept that denotes the omission or distortion of relevant facts under oath. While Beyoncé's behavior may not constitute a criminal act, the court may interpret her previous testimony as strategically vague or intentionally deceptive. A witness of her stature saying she had no operational role, only to have hard evidence suggesting otherwise, forces the court to reconsider her credibility, explained one federal trial analyst. It's not about her committing a crime, it's about whether she told the whole truth. This could lead to Beyoncé being recalled to the stand under more intense questioning, with her legal team now under immense pressure to either justify the discrepancy or attempt to explain it away as a misunderstanding. Jay-Z under fire. Breaking the media armor. Meanwhile, Jay-Z, her husband and business mogul in his own right, faces far graver accusations. A civil lawsuit accuses him and Sean Combs of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl at a party years ago. The accuser, who is referred to in court documents as Jane Doe, has been granted anonymity for the time being, despite efforts from Jay-Z's legal team to unmask her identity. A federal judge has recently rebuked Jay-Z's attorneys for filing what he described as inflammatory and combative motions, accusing them of using intimidation tactics to fast-track a dismissal. The judge's ruling was scathing. "Fame will not shield you from scrutiny," he wrote, adding that the court will not be manipulated by the public personas or legal resources of high-profile defendants. This development is significant for a figure like Jay-Z, who for decades has enjoyed a seemingly impenetrable reputation, particularly in mainstream and black media circles. As one commentator noted, Jay-Z's image has been Teflon-coated for years. The fact that he's now facing this level of scrutiny, even from white-dominated outlets like People and Entertainment Tonight, tells you the game has changed. A cultural reckoning, media, accountability, and power dynamics. In the swirling maelstrom of headlines, lawsuits, and courtroom drama, the recent revelations surrounding Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Sean Diddy Combs are more than just salacious celebrity gossip. They represent a profound cultural reckoning. This saga exposes cracks in the carefully constructed facades of fame, while challenging the unspoken rules that have governed the entertainment industry for decades. Central to this reckoning is the shifting dynamic between media, accountability, and entrenched power structures in hip-hop culture and beyond. Several insiders from the hip-hop community have expressed disbelief, not merely about the serious accusations themselves, but about the remarkable shift in how the media is treating Jay-Z. "Usually, people like him get a pass," one well-known artist confided during a podcast discussion. "Jay has been untouchable for over 25 years. White media, especially, have largely overlooked him, but this time they're on his head. That's unprecedented." This statement underscores a long-standing pattern of celebrity protection and media complicity that often shields influential figures from harsh scrutiny. For years, platforms like Drink Champs and The Breakfast Club, helmed by charismatic hosts such as Charlemagne the God, have been viewed as part of this ecosystem, spaces where loyalty to rap's elite often trumps critical examination. These shows have provided powerful artists with a sympathetic megaphone, blunting potential criticism and maintaining their public images. However, industry insiders note that these bastions of celebrity advocacy appear powerless in the face of federal investigations. "They can't save him this time," remarked one source close to the situation. "This isn't just about media spin anymore. This is federal. The game has changed." This shift speaks to a larger cultural transformation. The myth of celebrity invulnerability, particularly among black artists who have historically navigated systemic marginalization, is facing unprecedented challenges. The public's appetite for accountability, bolstered by the transparency demanded in the digital age, means that no amount of star power or media influence can indefinitely shield individuals from scrutiny. Diddy's role: power play or revenge scheme? Amid this labyrinth of accusations and courtroom battles, Sean Diddy Combs occupies a complex and pivotal position. New reports suggest that Diddy may not merely be a passive defendant caught in legal crosshairs, but could be actively leveraging his insider knowledge and access to footage as a strategic weapon. Sources close to the investigation allege that the release of highly sensitive video material showing Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and other celebrities in compromising moments during a now infamous private party might have been an intentional act of retribution. The motivation: alleged feelings of betrayal by the Carters, particularly Jay-Z and Beyoncé, who are said to have distanced themselves during Diddy's own recent legal troubles. "He feels abandoned," one insider revealed. "They were tight-knit once. When things got rough for Diddy, he expected their support. When that didn't materialize, he started talking." The footage leak could be his way of striking back. If these allegations hold weight, they would mark a dramatic shift in Diddy's status, from defendant to a power broker in the court of public opinion. With a vast empire to protect and a legacy at stake, Diddy might be using every tool at his disposal, including damaging information, to regain leverage. This would transform the case from a simple legal battle into a high-stakes chess game involving loyalty, power, and survival in an unforgiving celebrity ecosystem. What happens next? Legal consequences and cultural fallout. The legal ramifications of these revelations are as complex as the power dynamics at play. Beyoncé's role, once portrayed as peripheral and strictly social, now faces intense re-examination. New footage introduced in court shows her not just attending, but actively managing aspects of the contentious party at Diddy's mansion, coordinating staff, overseeing VIP arrivals, and even adjusting security measures. Although her involvement is not, in itself, illegal, the contradiction with her earlier sworn testimony, where she claimed to be merely a guest, raises serious questions about her credibility. Legal experts warn that if these inconsistencies are found to be deliberate misrepresentations, Beyoncé could be subject to perjury charges or obstruction of justice investigations. The court is reportedly considering recalling her for additional testimony under stricter scrutiny, a situation almost unheard of for a figure of her stature. The implications extend beyond legal jeopardy. This threatens to tarnish her carefully cultivated brand image, built on control and precision. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's civil lawsuit advances amid a strict judicial environment. The court has upheld the accuser's right to anonymity, a key factor protecting the woman bringing forth allegations of sexual assault dating back to her early teens. Jay-Z's legal team has faced sharp criticism from the judge for employing aggressive and, at times, inflammatory legal tactics aimed at dismissing the case prematurely or unmasking the accuser. The courtroom atmosphere has become one of heightened tension, with forthcoming hearings expected to feature pivotal witness testimonies that may determine whether the matter proceeds to a full trial. Diddy's legal troubles are mounting as well. Already the target of multiple new civil lawsuits alleging sex trafficking and other offenses, he recently made his third request for bail, proposing a $50 million bond and house arrest with constant security monitoring in a New York City apartment. Previous bail applications were rejected due to concerns that he might tamper with witnesses or obstruct the investigation. The judge has yet to rule on the latest motion, leaving Diddy's immediate future in limbo. Crisis of image when public persona meets judicial reality. Beyond the courtroom, the unfolding events represent a seismic shift in public perception of celebrity culture and accountability. Beyoncé, who has long been considered the gold standard of brand control, now faces a public credibility crisis that threatens to unravel years of meticulous image management. Jay-Z, revered as a visionary entrepreneur and activist, finds himself confronting allegations that could permanently alter his legacy and the cultural capital he has accumulated. Diddy, once emblematic of rap's rise from the streets to boardrooms, now stands at the center of one of the most serious scandals in recent music industry history. For fans and observers, the spectacle is both gripping and disheartening. A real-time dismantling of idols once thought invincible. The aura of celebrity invulnerability is dissipating, replaced by an uneasy recognition that fame does not exempt anyone from accountability. Legal analyst Nima Rahmani eloquently captured the moment. This isn't just a trial. It's a moment in American cultural history. It's the convergence of wealth, fame, power, and impunity. And this time, the system is saying, none of that is enough. This statement highlights how deeply entwined the case is with broader social conversations about justice, privilege, and the influence of celebrity culture on the legal process. Conclusion: the end of celebrity impunity. As the legal battles proceed and more explosive details emerge, the entertainment world watches with bated breath. What was once unthinkable The unraveling of some of the most untouchable icons in popular culture is now playing out in vivid detail across courtrooms and news broadcasts nationwide. The days ahead promise even more revelations, deeper testimonies, and escalating drama. Will justice be served? Will the powerful be held accountable in a manner previously reserved for the less famous? The answers remain uncertain, but one thing is clear. The age of unquestioned celebrity invincibility may be drawing to a close. The reverberations of this case will be felt far beyond the courtroom, reshaping media coverage, fan loyalty, and industry power structures. It is a stark reminder that even those who seem to operate above the law must eventually answer to it. This cultural reckoning, sparked by scandal but sustained by relentless pursuit of truth, could redefine what it means to be a celebrity in the 21st century. A world where fame no longer guarantees immunity, and where accountability might finally catch up with power.